Hey there, just getting started. Had a little bit of a camera mishap and just switched to the old school 720p Logitech camera. Hopefully it sounds okay though. Cool. Wow, 62 people. So happy Christmas Eve, everybody. This is I think this is the 4th time we've done this one. Do a Christmas Eve live stream. My co-host will be here any minute now. Oh, wow. There's a bit of a lag in the comments. How's it going, everybody? Happy holidays. So it is 11 a.m. Eastern time here. Lots of snow on the ground, but it's just hovering around zero. So we're hoping that snow doesn't melt before Christmas. I think it'll be here, but it's not super cold out anymore. Philippines. Oh, thank you very much. It's killing me how this camera quality. We had to switch last second too from the DSLR to this thing. And then this angle too, like you can see my weights back there.
That's okay.
There you go, right in the center. So you can get more in there.
Okay. All right. Happy holidays, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great few days off. Relaxing. I wish we had lots of precipitation come in last night, as Trevor was saying, but it sort of warmed up and turned into rain instead of snow. I was really hoping we'd get a little bit more snow on the ground for Christmas. But
yeah, it's nice to have a white Christmas, but it's also nice for people that have to travel that you're not driving in dicey conditions.
Happy birthday, H. Castro. How exciting.
Cool. Yeah, so it's been a super cloudy month. It feels weird doing this stream. Honestly, I haven't put out a video this month. It's been extremely cloudy, and then so the few gaps that I have had in clear sky time, I have 2 videos that are 75% done. One is on the Red Cat 91, and the other one is on creating projects over multiple nights. So yeah, just need more clear sky time to test stuff and to finish up these videos. I know the East Coast is a lot of people have had that.
Everybody's feeling it, yeah.
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 Here, I can move it so you can read it easier.
That's okay.
You're squinting.
I am squinting.
There.
I could put my glasses on too, but hey, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
That's okay, man. Happy holidays to you. Yeah, nothing but clouds all month here. Oh, in the south of Texas.
Yeah,
is that a joke?
The one silver lining I have is that when it's a big system covering, in this case, like almost the entire East Coast, I know that I'm not in astro mode, and neither is maybe my audience too. So we're all kind of taking a break together. That's the way I like to think about it.
Yeah.
Rainy Christmas in the Philippines.
Mm.
Yeah, I would imagine it doesn't get anywhere close to freezing down there. The remote telescope thing people are doing. Yeah, remote's a great option for a lot of people. Targets the CAA. Rutger, oh, I recognize you. Happy holidays, buddy. Good to see you out here. The CAA has not arrived yet, but I plan to have a pretty well automated rig with an autofocuser and the rotator on there, so I can do complete hands-off automated imaging. So I'm excited to get that set up in the next month or so.
Yeah.
From Newfoundland.
Oh.
David.
Hey, David. Yeah, I'm sitting on I'm hoping to edit one more picture before the new year, and I'm debating what that picture will be. Now you've got me thinking I shouldn't do I sit on my images too long and then they're out of season by the time I actually post them on Instagram. So I have a picture of the veil. It was the last picture that I took that I haven't edited.
Merry Christmas, Ken.
Hey,
see
Ken.
you in a month.
Yeah, we'll see you at the end of January in the Florida Keys. Escape this Cold weather.
So no matter how cloudy it is here in Ontario for January, we will get some clear sky time in Florida at the end of the month around my birthday. We'll be going back to the Winter Star Party, which is was so much fun last year.
Fun time.
Yeah.
It's a really cool spot for a star party.
And we, in terms of travel, we did so much travel this year that next year we're going to try and cut back a little bit, spend more time with the Rude Dude. But that is the one trip we do have planned, is the Winter Star Party.
Yeah. Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. All the Merry Christmas messages in the chat.
Sid Harth, a regular person would not need this many telescopes at all. It's simply they're here to test and share with you guys so you can see what they're all about. And then sometimes they're just either sitting in limbo or they go back or whatever. So it's just kind of a backdrop at this point. Nobody needs this many telescopes, that's for sure. Okay. Cool. Removed a couple of messages there. You just started astrophotography. That's great. Yeah. If they were all different telescopes of varying focal lengths, but there's like 9 refractors in the 250 to 400 millimeter range.
Highest focal length we have is at the edge, or does the Skywatcher beat that?
No, the highest focal length is 2,800 millimeters on the Edge 11. Cherry Springs, I'm not sure if we will.
Hopefully, try and get to Cherry Springs.
If we can bring Rudy.
Well, no, they don't allow
no
dogs.
Allowed. We'll see. We'll see if we can twist someone's arm. Is a refractor? Yes, absolutely. I have not tried the Celestron Origin. I saw recently that Fraser Kane has one set up at Starfront to do like observing like streams, and I thought, what a perfect scope for something like that, right? Because he can quickly hop around. You got some 6-inch RASA on there, and then I thought that was a really cool choice for that situation. You can imagine how well that does out there.
Yeah, the Duo. We've used the Duo.
Yeah, Rudy's right here. He was in the frame before the camera conked out.
He's snoozing. We'll wake him up to say hi to everybody.
Oh, thank you, Jim. It's nice to see you here. I've seen you've been around you've been a loyal fan for a long time. Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Rick and Cindy in Alberta.
Alberta, you guys get some cold weather out there. Ooh.
Anything East Coast, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia? Not planned for now, but we were there for the eclipse this spring, and we had such a great time out there. The people and
along the Miramichi River. That's where we saw the eclipse.
And clear skies for the eclipse, so we'll never forget that for New Brunswick. Dylan's Astro, thank you. Happy Christmas, guys. It was a pleasure getting to chat with Starfrost. Yeah, it's awesome, Dylan. What a superstar you are in terms of an astrophotographer. You're just killing it. What a fun time that was. So Starfest this year is the only Canadian star party that we go to, and there's a lot of people that we meet up with every year. And we hung out in the Voyager 1 camper. We had like 8 people in there. It's really meant for 3 people, but we were all hanging out in the camper, including Rudy. And that was so much fun. And Dylan was standing in the doorway because that was the only spot left. But that was such a fun time.
That was fun.
That was August, right?
Yeah.
This whole year was a blur. Like, I feel like I've been so stagnant because in the last month, I haven't put a video out, but it was just a crazy, hectic year. We got so much done.
Yeah. Astronomy highlight. Man, Australia was a trip. It was just...
the southern Milky Way and the eclipse to me are like the two. The eclipse is number one.
Yeah, the eclipse was big, but just like, I think the duration of the Australia trip being like 2 weeks, and like we traveled to like the southern hemisphere, and like the plane ride was the longest thing we've ever done, and so it was a lot of firsts for us, and so I think it stands out. For that reason too.
Yeah, that travel time is no joke to Australia. Celestron Evolution, I do not. So I have the old school Nexstar 8 SE, which I enjoy. The Evolution, I do not. Cheap.
You can kind of see it in the back, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Other side.
This is always
I
okay.
know.
It's over there. That hurts my brain. Cheap alternatives to a Nexstar mount. I mean, if you're looking for something for a heavier OTA, like an HEQ5, like, are you looking for equatorial? The GTI is great, but that's pretty
small.
You're limited to like 14 pounds. There's Skywatcher's going to be releasing something soon. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say anything about it or not, but that I'm really excited about it. Skywatcher mount will be coming out soon. That I thought sounded really cool. Sidar, thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Galactic Observers from Minnesota. Oh, that's great. Thank you. David, thank you very much for that. QHY Minicam 8 looks like a lovely mono cheap setup. Man, if 2025 was anything like this year, like talk about products that like just disrupt the hobby overall. Like you thought smart telescopes were game changers, but cameras companies are now that's more a competitive space. ZWO, the ASI cameras are fantastic, and they've had a really amazing run. We'll see if they continue their dominance. But it's cool to see these other companies popping up and creating some healthy competition.
Player One got a lot of attention this year, and like they had a booth at NEAC and a lot of interest there.
There's I know Quiv uses the TubeTech stuff. They've reached out before, so I haven't heard anything recently, but it's cool to have options. Really interesting. If any, it's kind of overwhelming, and actually in terms of gears and scopes, there's so much out there. RC6, no, that is one of the few ones that actually didn't just stay sitting back here. I actually hand delivered that back to Steve, the Ioptron. Do you remember that one?
No.
My only Richie Creechin telescope.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember I shot a galaxy with it. Yeah, budget is a huge concern for, pretty well everyone.
Yeah.
So on a budget, yeah, you really want to research before you buy something. Like when you're on a budget, you can't just throw $900 at something and be like, oh, we'll see how it goes. Like, no, you got to be sure. So used equipment really is the name of the game. When I started my first 3-4 years, everything I bought was used, and I was patient and I waited and I researched what was possible. And yeah, you can get some good deals if you're patient and you keep your eyes open.
And it can be hard too when people are constantly, like, everyone's posting about their new gear, right? You feel like,
don't fall for that.
Yeah.
That you need the latest and greatest, and
use what you have if you can. Like if you've got lenses or DSLR cameras that you already own, like see what you can do with that. And
I get the excitement. I'm a gearhead too, but at the end of the day, what you can do with your gear is so much more important than the bragging rights of like, I have the latest whatever scope that has this. No one's really thinking about that. They want to see the quality of your pictures. So cool. I cannot believe we still hear about that. The Aperture 88 video got me into I felt like that was because that was so long ago, it's a bit rough, and I think the audio and video quality isn't great, but I guess the core message was strong, which I'm glad too, because that telescope really holds up. It's an 8-inch Dob, right? Like, that'd be my cool uncle. I hope I am an uncle. Hopefully they think I'm cool. But they're not. It would be nice to see my niece and nephew into astronomy. They're just kind of too young right now and into other things, but like there's nothing saying they won't get really into it.
Yeah.
They've looked through telescopes like as babies, basically.
Yes. My niece was like barely,
Yeah.
well, she wanted
She was
to.
a baby.
Like she was a legit baby.
Looking through a 16-inch daub. She will never forget that. I'll have to remind her of that when we see them
We've got
tomorrow.
a picture somewhere.
I can't wait till we get to buy them a telescope just for them. That would be
I
sick.
know.
Used market is the best. Somebody trust. I know, Dylan, success story. You went through a lot with that too. Your mount and your Atlas. Yeah, an RC10. Like that is a showstopper scope. It stands out on a field, and you got it for $3K. Like, what a beast.
Northern Alberta.
Challenges of a deep sky astrophotographer. Right now, the one that comes to mind is just dealing with weather, and it's soul crushing to have all these projects in the works and half done, and you want to get out there, and it's just night after night of clouds, which is, we all deal with it.
And there's nothing you can do.
And you hear people complain about it because it's just, it really does hurt.
Yeah.
But how about, you seen the size of this cup? It's
belongs to Central Perk.
So I got this on Amazon. I looked for like the biggest coffee cup you could get, and this one, it was a bowl. Like there's people having soup in this thing. So.
And you got 2 of them.
About 2.
And orange. Like I would have thought red, but.
Celeste. Well, it's not exactly Celestron orange, but the office. So if you've seen us post from our office that we rented in the city, we recently gave that up. So we'll be working from home all the time now. So Rudy loves that. It was just, it was nice for a while during COVID when we had it, just to get out of the house. But we realized we just weren't spending enough time there, especially this year when we were gone for months at a time.
Traveled too much. So Trevor will be working in here as per usual. I'm creating a little office space for myself in the basement in this little currently rough space. It's got very rough drywall and things like that. So we've got a contractor to come and fix some things up, and I'll put some paint on the walls.
Hopefully the contractor is responsive and timely.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you know how that goes. It could be really long and drawn out getting him to pay attention to this little project. But planets, Venus, Jupiter. Yeah, man, Jupiter and Mars are shining so brightly right now, and Venus. The planets are out in those few brief gaps in the clouds that I have seen. Oh, thanks, Mr. Freeman. The C14, that's a cool scope. That is, Christopher Go uses that for planetaries, if that says anything about it.
Is that what
Ron has one.
Richard has been, he just got one?
Richard has one, I believe. Kevin has one.
Jeez.
So that's closer to 4,000 millimeters. So you can imagine that 14-inch aperture, 4,000 millimeters on a planet, just domination with good conditions. Good star tracker. Yes, there's lots of good star trackers. The Star Adventurer 2i is fantastic. That's pretty well like that's I would consider the best star tracker. And then the GTI, which is still in the star tracker category, that one improves on it. It's got Go 2. It's a little less run and gun than the Star Adventure 2i. Those two are amazing. And then there's the smaller ones with a move, shoot, move tracker I haven't touched yet.
Yeah.
That's teeny.
We have one of those, so there'll be a video about that.
I have a feeling that's going to be great for, wide angle camera lens stuff.
Greetings from Romania.
Michael, Merry Christmas. Yeah, access. What would you point the telescope at first? Right now, anywhere in Orion, there's so many cool things going on. Orion Nebula itself, you'll never regret doing that. But then the Witch Head is in there, and M78, and the Horse Head, and the Rosette is nearby, and the Jellyfish Nebula, and the Christmas tree cluster. And
I have a feeling we'll see a lot of Christmas tree clusters posted tomorrow.
I know, it's like it's like you went and did it, right? It's like you have to.
You have to.
It's like doing the Witch Head on Halloween, which I did.
Yeah.
Big hit. Ask our 71F. There's a lot of buzz around that scope. I'm sure that category of scopes is like my favorite around the, if that one's around 400 millimeters, flat field, seems like a winner to me.
Observatory, there was that question.
Oh, how's the observatory doing? Well, right now it is soon to have a new home.
It's found a new owner. Just given our situation of the new house with our back door, loading gear is less of an issue. So we just decided not to put it up at this house, though we really, really love it, and you're really going to miss it.
I thought I was going to be able to set it up here, and then I found a spot in the yard. I don't know if you're familiar with what our backyard looks like, but like kind of in the corner near like the deck area. I thought that might be a kind of out of the way spot to put it. But then Ash reminded me that we are on a septic here. So I think we might run into issues digging around that area. So
there's only so many spots we can put it. And so we just decided to not put it back up. So we've been working with Wayne, the owner of Sky Shed Pod. We have found a new owner.
A perfect owner, perfect situation, local.
Yes. We won't mention the name. We'll announce it when we arrange pickup with this person, but we're excited for them to have it.
I think if we both knew that if we waited long enough, we'd find the perfect situation. And this is that. It finally came along. That is a coffee. I know. It's a big coffee mug. Plan for Christmas, family stuff. We're pretty well. We have a routine of seeing both sides of our family. It's cool. We see Ashley's brothers, 2 kids. Christmas is for kids,
we do
right?
full-blown present opening with my niece and nephew. So that's really fun.
And, for the parents out there, like, it's so fun for me to see like him get Lego and to get video games and to get hockey cards. And it's like, I feel like I'm reliving my childhood Christmas when I see James get that stuff. So
yeah,
that's always fun.
It's an early start. We start at Trevor's family's house at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Do presents there and breakfast. Then we go to my mom's and do gifts with the kids and my brother. And then we're running around the rest of the day. So it's full of family and it's busy, but it's great.
Extra for the ASI Air Plus or the Mini is enough? That's a great question. Because the Mini is missing a couple of features. If it's your main controller, I would probably go for the ASI Air Plus over the Mini. The Mini we have, I don't think it's been used once, but it's just kind of as an extra to run another rig. But if it's your main controller, I would probably get the ASI Air Plus. First planet you looked at was Jupiter, and I saw the Galilean moons with my first 4.5-inch Dob, and I'll never forget that.
Merry Christmas from Sweden. That's on my list of places that I would love to visit.
Happy Christmas, love from India. Thank you, Venkat. Rudy is right here sleeping next to us.
Rudy's snoozing.
He's a happy boy. Lots of Lego giving. Cool.
Yeah.
Lego's the best. Mini has slower download speed, and I didn't realize that.
Interesting. Yeah, the Mini will probably be coming with me to Winter Star Party. That'll be the first time out of the box, I think.
Cool. Ascar FRA 600 C8 AM5N. Perfect. Sounds like a great rig to me. Best telescope purchase so far. So I'm trying to think of what's the most. So at the time, I've been doing this for a long time. When I got an Explore Scientific 102 triplet APO, that was a really solid choice. If you go for the old school fans, maybe you saw that video when it was new, but that to me was awesome. It was 700 millimeter focal length, nice and flat and good color correction. It was a carbon fiber scope, so it looked pretty badass. That was a winner. And then ever since then, it's been a lot of refractors, pretty similar to that with subtle improvements along the way. But I'm a huge refractor fan.
Oh, glad to hear that, Wesley. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Wesley. From Dublin, Ireland.
Also another place I would love to visit.
Yeah, what a year for astronomy, all the things that happened. And we lost Alan this year, which was still, and like he definitely won't be forgotten. Like we hear someone was mentioning his book today, and then his family put out his calendars, and he will kind of live on digitally forever on his YouTube videos. But it was a huge shock to hear that. And it's one of those, I'll always remember where I was when I heard the news kind of thing. I wasn't ready for that. Oh yeah, cool. There you go, Galactic Core. You remember? Nice. I used to in that old garage, my big winter hat on.
That was a great garage, though.
It was good. The loft was nice. Sun never rises.
Trinidad.
Yeah. Oh no way.
Oh, Caribbean is looking sunny. We'll just soak in some of that Caribbean sun through the computer screen.
We were just hanging out with a friend whose family is from Trinidad. Namibia. Yes. Bortle 1. Astro Connect. And the safaris are fantastic. Yeah, that's kind of a dual trip, eh?
For sure.
Always wanted to do African safari. Although I saw a video yesterday of this tour bus going through Africa somewhere, and the lion jumped up on the bus and just started walking through everyone, and they were all like petting him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the story is there, but he was a very domesticated lion, I guess. But it was pretty jarring to see him just jump up on the bus. Oh, Planet. Yes, I've heard that. So Damien Peach has talked about that so he'll go on vacation to Barbados, and I guess the seeing is incredible for planetary. You wouldn't think so, right? I thought it would be like humid air or something, but yeah, apparently that's the place to be for planetary. Where we are is the worst place. If you wonder my planet photos are so subpar, it's my conditions.
Or seeing.
It's not. I'm sure my technique could use a little work, but it's where I'm shooting from.
Grand Canyon. Yeah.
Very
we have
nice.
A friend trying to get us out to the Grand Canyon start party. What do you try to capture there?
Oh man, it's dark. I would go like my mind goes to capturing like a wide field nightscape photo there. I feel like you could get some really cool
with the terrain
with the terrain, yeah. Stars looking like donuts. I mean, so it sounds like it's just out of focus there. You're probably using an SCT because an out of focus SCT and you see a perfectly round donut is actually a good sign that you're well collimated. Atom view. Merry Christmas. Emrit, thank you very much. Without a tracker. So yeah, you can make a barn door tracker too, which is like really, I don't know, $10 from the hardware store. And there's videos about how to make those and you just manually turn it. That is the very DIY method, but if you feel like a project, that's kind of cool.
Check out Nebula Photos. I think Nico has a video.
I think he made one.
A DIY star tracker.
DIY.
Wow.
But yeah, or look for, there's a lot of Star Adventures out there. I'd be surprised if you don't see a used one come up. And it could be used, it could be $150. That'd be a good deal. A heck of a deal. New Zealand. So it's already Christmas there.
Yes.
Because, yeah. Or wait, it's past midnight, maybe. Are they that far ahead?
Yeah. Well, so Ross posted 4 hours ago about the kids going to bed for Santa.
Yeah. So it's Christmas.
Yeah. We were so close to New Zealand, just no time to make the trip over. One day.
Yeah, there you go. Malaysia, it's already Christmas.
Yeah. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everybody who's so far ahead of us in time.
Yep, 5:33
There you
a.m.
go. Early Christmas morning.
You can sit closer if you want.
Our chairs bases are just wide,
Oh,
so
sorry.
it's okay. I should get my glasses so I can not stop squinting at the comments.
It's 11:33 a.m.
On December 24th.
Yeah, I wanted to do a garage tour type of video, but other than the scopes, it's kind of like I haven't really done a whole lot in here. It's really unrefined, and we wanted to do it upright with like furniture and some renovations in here. So I don't know. I might wait until we get more done in here, or we can just walk around and look at scopes throughout the years. That'd be fun too.
Yeah.
Plans for the new year. So just that winter star party trip in January, and other than that, just getting back on track with our schedule and adjusting to our new situation of working exclusively from home without the office, and making sure that we stay on track there. We can do the comments on the phone too. You can see them there.
Yeah, probably be a better idea.
Carry-on package, yeah. So my carry-on kit that I did in the past, I've done the Red Cat 51 and the AM3, and I've done the GTI as well. That had the counterweight, so it adds a little bit more. But yeah, there's some, or I guess the most robust one was Winter Star Party last year was the Pleiades 68, the AM5, and then the ASI 2400 MC Pro. So that's a pretty serious rig to bring on a plane, and it all worked out.
But your scope went in your carry-on suitcase.
Yeah.
Everything else fit in your backpack. Though.
Yeah, like the AM5 was in my backpack.
Oh,
yeah. Astro Mountain guy, thank you. Which star party would you recommend as your first? So it depends on where you are. If you're in the northeast of the US, the Cherry Springs Star Party is a fantastic first one. That was my first one.
And my first one.
Mac telescopes, maybe. I think Skywatcher has one that they probably would lend for that and would have some useful tips for it. Great conjunction, wow. Oh, that's wild, yeah. I remember that. That video really caught me off guard. So it was when, it was Venus and Jupiter, right? It was the conjunction. They were so close, and it was really a spectacle. A lot of people that are not into astronomy were like, what are those two bright stars right next to each other? So I just did a video on that because it was kind of something everyone was talking about, and then it just took off. Thanks many times, and now we're here. Thank you again. 14 years old, awesome. Smartphone astrophotography. Yeah, we've done it. I've done smartphone astrophotography in a few videos where I'm just showing, the many ways to do imaging through a reflector telescope or Dobsonians and stuff like that, but never dedicated smartphone. There's some people doing incredible work with smartphones. I really need to, spend some more time with that, but it's tough when there's limited clear sky times to commit to using your phone instead of a camera. Okay, 2025, another Venus-Jupiter conjunction. Cool.
Rudy's awake. Rudy, you want to say hi?
The Sea Star, you would think so. You would think so. I think a lot of people thought that the successor to the S50 would have been the S70 or something, and instead they went smaller. I'm sure they will. I haven't heard anything, but that would be my guess. Oh, Nikki, thank you.
Okay, there we go. Here's Rudy.
Look, buddy. Hey. He is 10 years old.
Our 10-year-old
Doesn't he look like a pup?
boy.
He's just a happy boy. He's the only game in town. He gets all the love and attention that we have.
And belly scratches.
I mean, he's been doing this with us from day one too. So telescopes and being outside and me talking to the camera is all he knows. Yeah.
He associates, like when Trevor's bringing out the telescope, he knows it's like, oh, I get to spend all night outside tonight, just sitting on the deck, sniffing and patrolling the yard. And it's very cute.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Who's a good boy?
Thank you for the kind words there.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, he's our favorite.
Thank you, guys. Season's greetings.
Astro. Thanks, everybody.
Best season for astrophotography is like June and July are pretty exciting, even though those nights are short. The fall is usually pretty good for clear skies too. I like September and October because you can stay up late and start doing the winter stuff too. Astro Surveyor, thank you very much. We will be we'll donate all of the super chat money to the Lincoln County Humane Society, or what's it called now?
I don't know.
Greater Niagara. Anyway, the shelter where we adopted Rudy, we donate every year. So, and we'll match whatever you guys put in here. Not necessary, but always nice.
Yeah, he's such a good boy. He's honestly, like, from the day we rescued him, he's been the best dog.
Yeah, portable power is tough because that adds weight in an additional item. Luckily, everywhere we've gone, we've been able to plug in somewhere. Mm-hmm. I know that's not always the case, but yeah, portable power is tough because our battery that we use, the Anchor powerhouse, is enormous and heavy. It can go 2 nights, so we'll bring that for camping and stuff, but it definitely can't bring that on a plane. Yeah, I know. It's funny you say that about the cat. We were at a friend's house and they had the most adorable kitten who was sleeping on Ashley's lap. And I've wanted a cat for a long time. I just feel like it'd be fun to have one running around. So we'll see. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Deus Ex Machina. Very nice. We'll make sure that goes to Rudy's shelter. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Robert, utilize a remote observatory to offset those lousy Ontario winter skies. I think if I was going to do it, I would have done it so far. We get asked constantly. I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't fit my style, shooting remote. Belt modded NEQ6 with new bearings. How do I calibrate perfectly repeat? Poor graph. Oh wow. So did you? I'm guessing you sent away the NEQ6 to be belt modded. So the thing with the any mount and all I've used every Skywatcher mount. I've never ever modded any of them, and they've always been fantastic guiding. So I think you might be in a situation where you're possibly overcorrecting or just trying to do too much. I'm not sure without knowing what's going on why you're getting a poor guiding graph. But yeah, I know people really like to tinker and mod and I guess the only thing advice I have is that don't obsess too much over those numbers and trying to achieve a specific value. And if you're getting sharp round stars, that's the goal. The project I'm most excited for in 2025. So me as an astrophotographer, it's hard to kind of squeeze in my own personal projects with content for videos and educational stuff. But Astrobin, I would love to have some more serious images on Astrobin. That maybe get an image of the day or something. Of course, the level of competition is so high, it's pretty tough to get a winning image without 100 hours from a remote observatory. But I'll do what I can to see if I can actually get an image of that level from the backyard. That would be really cool. Thanks, Drew. Plastic kids telescopes. Yeah, I've thought of that idea of like just buying the cheapest telescope I can and seeing, if I can get any sort of picture out of it. I have a feeling that of how that would go. Yeah, a lot of the non-remote stuff for me too is that we're usually creating a content and a story around the process. So me sitting, at a desk clicking my mouse is there's less of a story there, at least in terms of getting to the image, but that's definitely part of it. Yeah, HEQ5, no mods. Yeah, the Skywatcher HEQ5 is ancient now. I bought it used, and it's still just every single time in all weather conditions just keeps on ticking.
Thanks, Steve.
Best winter targets. The witch head is really good. Try the witch head if you haven't. Got to do it new moon and probably from somewhere dark. Those reflection nebulae are tough.
Yeah, I've got my eyes set on my first Orion picture for next year. Probably winter star party when it's warm.
We'll do probably about 5 more minutes. Scopes, mounts, and cameras. So it's a lot. I mean, the cameras I've almost saved every DSLR we've ever had, and they're all just kind of sitting to the right of me on the shelf. I think I have, upwards of 15 DSLR cameras alone, and so that's not including the dedicated astronomy cameras. I just recently found and bought a Canon 20DA, their first astrophotography camera. So I have the complete collection of Canon astrophotography cameras. And this is like, I'm sure I won't use the 20DA a lot. It's just cool to have. It's kind of a relic. So I have the 20DA, the 60DA, and the RA. So that felt pretty cool to put together. Actually, the box is up there. It's kind of a display piece, but I guess I'm kind of a collector too. But usually the dedicated astronomy cameras are just in and out, being reviewed and tested kind of thing. TSP for sure. That was the Texas Star Party was amazing. What a
no
great
plans for us.
Yeah.
Next year.
No, not next year, but
yeah,
at some point.
And Okie-Tex too. Okie-Tex they were both really fun star parties.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, all the best for the new year. Bortle 5 mirrorless photography lenses. You can get the Optilong L Pro has a clip-in filter that you could use with lenses underneath in the camera body. I don't know if they have the L Quad Enhance in that format as well, but I like the L Quad Enhance a lot for Bortle 5 too. You're right on the edge of where it would do something, but those are pretty good skies to start with. The Nikon P1000. I could do a video zooming in on the moon, and yeah, that's funny that camera has really taken off. Is this like it has a super zoom on it? It's a bridge camera or a point and shoot camera, but it has like a 2,000 times zoom or something. It's crazy. Thank you, Thomas. Renting trackers. Yeah. So I guess you could, because you can rent photography gear. Never really thought of renting a star tracker, but that would be a good way to kind of test the waters. And I would imagine, like, does B&H rent,
I don't know.
or Henry's?
Like Henry's they rent lenses, but they don't sell astro equipment. So I'm not sure how that.
Because a lot of the photography stores have star trackers and stuff like that now. So yeah,
Oh, do they?
yeah, you could rent a tracker. So yeah, the 2i is a little more mobile and portable. The GTI is more full featured. So, you know, if it's one or the other, the GTI kind of stands out.
Thanks, Thomas.
Yeah, it's been a while for Ioptron. I'm not even sure. I mean, they've got to be, they made great mounts. Feel like I haven't seen them as much. I've heard nothing from them. But yeah, I used to love that CM60 and
Sky Guider.
the Sky Guider. Yeah, it's been a while for Ioptron. We're due. Maybe we'll hear from someone at Ioptron.
Any plans to do any future bird nerd videos? For those who might not know, we had a second YouTube channel with the two of us called The Bird Nerds, where we went on bird watching and photography adventures. It was quite fun, but as Astro Backyard grew, it sort of took kind of all our resources. So yeah, we haven't done anything there in a while. We actually haven't been birding in a while, so hope to get back into that maybe next year when we slow down with travel. Hey,
Landscape
Tony.
astrophotography. Yeah, I love landscape astrophotography. That's an area of I'd like to explore more. Cool. We will. We're going to wrap it up, but thank you guys for coming out, and happy holidays. I hope you have a great day with your friends and family. If you're going out and doing something, or if it's clear and you're got the telescope out tonight, you might see Santa crossing. Well, the moon's not out. It's a moonless Christmas, which is always nice. But yeah. We really appreciate you guys following along our journey for so long. And yeah, we love it.
Thank you so much for your support this year. It really, it means a lot to us. Obviously, we wouldn't do what we do without you. And so we sincerely appreciate all the followers and people who actually care about our journey as astrophotographers, but also as people and as a couple. So thank you so much for all your support this year. And we're really excited for what next year will bring.
Clear skies, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, everyone.